What is good, Ninja? OG over here from PlayerAtsense, and welcome to another PE news video. Today we have some awesome information, or at least some teasing of information from Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes, in addition to a brand new sci-fi action game announced for the Nintendo Switch and a Darkest Dungeon update as well. So let's go ahead and get right into the content. Starting off with Suda51 teasing several new details about Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes on the Nintendo Switch. So shoutouts to Siliconera for the article here, and let's go ahead and get into what they had to say. So while Suda51 did not have any new gameplay to show off from Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes in a recent live stream with Famitsu, he did reveal several new details about the game. Now firstly, he showed off a gun called the Golden Gun, which is interestingly named, which used to kill demons by an unannounced character. The character appears in a game within a game that has a modern setting, and Suda remarked that the gun is similar to one that appeared in Killer 7, so that's very interesting as well. So Suda also showed off a demon spear, the design of which was literally sent to him the day of the live stream. It appears in the 6th and final game within a game, and also the opening movie of the game, which is why they had the finalized design. The enemy design was also teased, with the enemy using a beam Kamehameha attack. The attack is done from a pair of hands that appear from the mouth of the enemy. That's really interesting as well. Then finally, Suda did reveal a new detail about the setting, where there is even a game that is about a game within a game. So they're going all out ham when it comes to this game within a game. Now they're going a game within a game in a game within a game in a game. Yo, I'm all tongue twisted and tied up here. So Travis Strikes Again and No More Heroes will release for the Nintendo Switch apparently in early 2018, but how early are we talking about? Because we have no new footage, we have no release date outside of just 2018. Wasn't at the Nintendo Direct Mini, so maybe they hold something else. Maybe that's the reason why they wanted to kind of prep people up with this Famitsu live stream, because there's going to be something bigger later down the line. But I don't know about that early 2018 release window. At least that's Siliconera is saying here, and I don't recall Nintendo saying that it was going to be an early 2018 game either. So maybe it's a mid, maybe it's a Q3 type of title. We'll have to just wait and see on that one. But I'm super hyped for Travis Strikes Again, No More Heroes. I think it's going to be a ton of fun. I have the original 2 games. I absolutely love them. They're really good. They have a bunch of faults in them, but they got better and better from the first game to the second game. It got better, and I would think that using Unreal Engine 4 and having this type of development atmosphere in terms of what they're doing, more support, and it seems like more money than they got before in the past, and of course that support from all the fans out there and Nintendo showing the game off, I think that this is probably going to be the best selling No More Heroes game ever released. I don't think any of the other games have ever reached 1 million units. I think the first game got over 500,000, which was really good for them back then. I think it was $50. Yeah, it was a full price game. So I do feel that this game is probably going to do better than the other ones beforehand, and we could potentially see more No More Heroes games in the future if this one does well, and I think it will. So what do you guys think about Travis Strikes Again and No More Heroes? Some of these little details and the teasing that we got, you guys feel that it's still going to be launching in the first half of this year or the second half? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, I'm moving into the next article here. We have a brand new action game announced from Deep Silver, and it's a sci-fi game called Manticore Galaxy on Fire, and it's coming to Nintendo Switch on March 22nd. So Deep Silver, a publisher that we haven't really seen lately when it comes to Nintendo Switch. I don't think we've seen them at all. They recently just got bought out by THQ Nordic, but they will be bringing their flagship sci-fi brand Galaxy on Fire to Nintendo Switch with the upcoming space action game Manticore Galaxy on Fire. The company has announced it will launch via the Nintendo eShop on March 22nd. Here's an overview of the game for those who don't know about it, because I have no clue about this game. So the game is set on the Neox sector, and I probably said that wrong, of the galaxy, where the player is recruited as a pilot by the mercenary carrier Manticore. The crew of the Manticore is investigating an intergalactic conspiracy cataclysmic event known as the Shattering that has caused much suffering in the sector. With the fate of the galaxy hanging in balance, the player faces off against vicious space pirates, rival mercenary outfits, and cutthroat mining companies to bring the culprits to justice. Throughout the story-based campaign, flies unique spaceships, fights deadly enemies, and faces over 30 bosses in a handcrafted game world with more than 35 unique locations. Manticore Galaxy on Fire is currently available for the iOS and Android, and the Nintendo Switch version of the game is actually going to have a number of improvements, with 8 hours of storyline with intense sci-fi action gameplay, 2+ hours of fully voiced narration in English and Japanese, 60 frames per second across all play modes, so that is handheld, tabletop, and TV, a handcrafted universe with more than 35 exciting locations, full support of the unique Joy-Con and Nintendo Switch controllers, including HD Rumble as well. So this game, it does look pretty cool. We don't have many space shooting games on the Nintendo Switch at all. There aren't many space shooting games, period. So to get one of these to come over from the iOS and Android and then kind of fine-tune it for the Nintendo Switch is awesome. I like the inclusion of HD Rumble in there. I like the inclusion of Japanese and English voice acting, so that the graphics are going to be spiffed up a little bit as well. And yes, bring on these type of games to Nintendo Switch, especially space shooting games. This reminds me of some type of like Star Fox type of deal, you know, if Star Fox was to ever to go, it just in this plain route. So I'm down for stuff like this. Bring on more of them, and I think it looks pretty cool. And Deep Silver, an unlikely developer to be on the Nintendo Switch when it comes to this. I'm not bringing over some of the other stuff in terms of the bigger games, but maybe if this does well, they might consider other stuff, especially being acquired by THQ Nordic. Maybe we get Dead Island, maybe we get Metro, maybe we get some of these other games that we've seen before, even if it's ports of the Xbox 360 and PS3 titles that they've released in the past, remastered on the Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about this brand new game, Manticore Galaxy on Fire, coming out to the Switch? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving into the last article here, we do have a brief update on Darkest Dungeon for the Nintendo Switch. That update is now out, and the Darkest Dungeon official Twitter page detailed what you guys can expect from the update. So our Nintendo Switch patch went live at 11 AM PST. This update fixes the Crimson Court Quest progress saving issue, as well as the Pro Controller syncing / button input issue. Oh, and we changed the icon, and I want to talk about a few different things here, because the icons when it comes to Nintendo Switch titles, this has become a big deal, and I think the reason why this is a big deal is because the icon on the Nintendo Switch is so huge. If you're streaming, or if you just want to look at titles to play, having that big icon on there, it needs to look good, because if it doesn't, it just messes things up for some people. Now, I don't care, but I will say that if there was just a bunch of nasty, ugly looking icons that I don't like, it would just make it somewhat unappealing to click on that icon. So I can understand why people freak out a little bit when the icon is dull, or it's plain, or it just doesn't look good. I can understand at this point, because a lot of people are starting to accumulate Nintendo Switch games, and you want to have some nice icons, you want to make things look good, you know, and that's the same reason why they make the design of UIs look good. I mean, they can make really ugly UIs, and it can have the same functions, but people don't want that. It'll make it less appealing to use, so therefore you have to make an appealing icon. And it's no knock on the game, because the game is great from what I understand. People are purchasing it, people are having fun, but at the same time, you got to make sure that icon looks good. So it looks like they've changed that up a little bit, make it a little bit more appealing. On top of that, you have some controller issues and syncing, fixing stuff like that. That's really good, because nothing's more annoying than having controller issues while you're playing a game, especially with the Pro Controller. That's a really good controller. A lot of people go out there and buy it. Lasts 40 hours on a single charge, so one of the best controllers in terms of battery life out there. So you have to make sure that your game doesn't have any problems with the syncing when it comes to that. But overall, I still have not tried out Darkest Dungeon. I need to give it a try. I didn't even ask for a review code, and I should have, but I've just been so busy with so many other games, especially in that week. I know it launched in kind of a packed week, so I'm looking forward to playing it at some point. I will definitely get around to it, maybe when there's a sale at Best Buy for a physical edition. I'll go there and pick it up, $15, $20 type of sale, so we'll have to wait and see on that. But what do you guys think about Darkest Dungeon in terms of the update? Have you downloaded it? In terms of the content, is the game great? What do you guys think about its fit on the Nintendo Switch? Because I know a lot of you guys were talking about this game beforehand, and I actually reported on this game a number of times, so I'd love to hear what you guys have to say when it comes to the community on this game. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Alright, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook, we've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of Player Essence across the networks in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon and YouTube live gaming page in addition to our Twitch. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, and emotes via YouTube sponsorship. Check out the links in the description below and consider supporting us on our platforms. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to Player Essence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you for the next video. Peace.